Welcome. In this video, we'll be looking at the order of operations. In the past, you may have heard the mnemonic, "Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally," or PEMDAS. This can be a helpful tool to help you remember the order of operations, but it can also be very misleading if you're not careful. Looking at those 6 letters, it looks like there's 6 steps in the order of operations, but there's really only 4. Step 1 is perform all operations with grouping symbols. PEMDAS says parentheses, which is a grouping symbol, but there's also brackets and braces. There are other grouping symbols. And then step 2 is exponents. That's not bad. Step 2 is E for exponents. The problem really comes into place when we look at step 3, multiply and divide. Looking at PEMDAS, it looks like multiplication always comes first, but it doesn't. The key with step 3 is you want to multiply and divide in order from left to right. And then finally, we want to add and subtract. And again, those need to be in order from left to right. For example, looking at this first problem, we want to simplify 8 divided by 4 times 2. Notice we have division and multiplication. We want to go in order from left to right. So 8 divided by 4 is 2, and then 2 times 2 is 4. If you used PEMDAS the incorrect way, let's see what we get. Again, this would be the incorrect way to do it. If you read this as multiply first, we would get 8 divided by 4 times 2 is 8, and then divide, 8 divided by 8 is 1. But that's wrong. We do not want to do that. So if you are using PEMDAS as a way to help you remember the order of operations, please note that multiply and divide are not necessarily in that order. They're always in order from left to right. In our next example, we have 2 plus 3 times 4. First thing we want to do is multiply. So we have 2 plus 3 times 4 is 12. And then 2 plus 12 is 14. Up next, we have a fraction with operations in the numerator and denominator. When you're given this situation, we can treat the top and the bottom, or numerator and denominator, as separate problems. So focusing on the top, we have 14 minus 6, which gives us 8. And then focusing on the bottom, 6 minus 14 is negative 8. And now we just have division. 8 divided by negative 8 is negative 1. In this example, we have parentheses, exponents, multiplication, addition, subtraction. We've got a lot going on here. Whenever you're dealing with something like this, start inside the grouping symbols first. So inside the parentheses, we have 3 squared minus 15. And looking at that, we need to deal with the exponent first. So we have 12 plus 4 times 3 squared is 9. We'll bring down the minus 15 and the plus 2 cubed. We haven't finished inside the parentheses, so we'll stay inside the parentheses. 9 minus 15 is negative 6. Bring down the 12 and the 4. 9 minus 15 again is negative 6. Plus 2 cubed. Now that we've simplified completely inside the parentheses, we need to take care of the exponent, 2 cubed. 12 plus 4 times negative 6 plus 2 cubed is 8. Now we have addition, and 4 times negative 6 plus 8. Next, we need to take care of the multiplication. 12, 4 times negative 6 is negative 24. Bring down the 8. Now we have addition and subtraction. We'll go in order from left to right. 12 minus 24 is negative 12 plus 8. Negative 12 plus 8 is negative 4. Now notice I'm doing this one step at a time. Once you get more comfortable with the steps, you'll see places where you can combine steps. But for now, we'll take it one step at a time. If you try to combine too many steps all at once, you can sometimes make careless mistakes. In this example, we have a fraction with operations in the numerator and the denominator, and then we also have an exponent on the outside of that big fraction. Again, order of operations says deal with the innermost operations first. So we'll start inside the parentheses, and again, we'll treat the numerator and denominator as separate problems. So looking at the numerator, we have 6 minus 2 cubed. The first thing we need to do there is the exponent, 2 cubed. So we have 6 minus 2 cubed is 8. Looking at the denominator, we have 12 minus 2 times 4. We want to take care of that multiplication first. So we have 12 minus 8. And don't forget, all of that is being raised to the second power. Looking at the numerator, we now have 6 minus 8, that is negative 2. And in the denominator, 12 minus 8 is 4. All of that is being raised to the second power. Negative 2 divided by 4 is negative 1/2, still being raised to the second power. And now that we've finally simplified completely inside the parentheses, we can now square that negative 1/2, giving us positive 1/4. In this example, notice we have more than one type of grouping symbol. We have the square brackets and we have parentheses. Whenever you're given multiple sets of grouping symbols, we want to start inside the innermost grouping symbols first. In this case, simplify inside the parentheses. So we need to first deal with the 9 minus 3. The rest we'll just copy for now. 9 minus 3 is 6. Now that we've simplified inside the parentheses, we can expand to inside the brackets. Inside the brackets, we have 5 times 6 minus 3 times 6. Since we have multiplication and subtraction, we want to multiply first. And again, I'm going to do it one step at a time. 5 times 6 is 30 minus 3 times 6. Still have multiplication, so we'll do that next. 3 times 6 is 18. Then inside the brackets, we have 30 minus 18 is 12. And then finally, negative 2 times 12 is negative 24. Thanks for watching.